when you come, bring some prasad. And this prasad means something usable, eatable, which comes back to you again. When the season comes, the monsoon, the season, farmer goes and he cultivates his field. And then he sows some seeds inside. From 1 kilo, he may harvest tons. But if you go to the field and without the seeds in the hands, then he can't harvest anything. So, the principle is this: when you go to the holy persons or the temples, holy place, don't go with empty hands. You can bring just small flower also, it's okay. But something, and that means, it means not something like a precious, like monies or this. That is a token of your devotion. That you offer, you surrender. If you go empty hands, you will come empty hands back. And if you come with the full of the hands offer, then it comes back to you 1,000 times, 1 kilo into the tons. We say, Lord, no, I cannot offer you one flower, but just one petal. Phool nahi, phool ki pankhudi. I am not able to dedicate to you or surrender the whole flower. I am not capable to give the whole flower. But please, Lord, accept this as a small petal of the flower. Means, the token of your heart, this is a petal of your heart, what you are giving. So, you can bring, of course, the flowers. But when so many people will bring the flowers, then we need another square meters more. And therefore, instead of flowers, you can bring the fruits, you can bring the nuts, and something you can get a prasad or eat. Also, like this, when the community is there, you can bring the rice, you can bring the oil, something eatable, usable that in ashram everyone can utilize. Because the ashram should live from the bhaktas. And so, of course, we had here retreat and we announced you will get food and this, and maybe I don't know if they charge or not charge or something like this. But still, it is said you should not take anything from the ashram, you should give to the ashram. And whatever you will get, that is not what you have given, but that you get as a blessing. That you get something that is a blessing. If you get one nut, that is more than tons of the nuts. Because it's a quality, not a quantity. And that means the blessing, the blessed. And if you have no understanding and no feeling for prasad, just okay, I take nuts, thank you, I eat. It has still energy, but not that much. You have to give inside your bhava. Bhava means your devotion. When you receive something, you receive with the bhava, with devotion, with the love, then it becomes very vivid and more energy becomes inside. You multiply with this energy. Bhava, the benefit is in the bhava. Bhava means also prize. Now, here in my hand, there is a 1 kilo gold. Suppose. Don't take it away, it is not a gold, it is plastic. What is it? Then we can't have the pointer, So this is pointer, but suppose this pointer is a 1 kilo gold. And today the price of this 1 kilo gold is, let's say, $50,000. You buy in $50,000. And tomorrow the price suddenly goes high. And it is about $100,000. Now this 1 kilo gold didn't increase in not even a half gram, nothing. But you gained how much? 50,000. Why? Price went high. Now think on other side. Instead of rising the price high, it fall down, only 10,000 kilo. Now you bought yesterday this 1 kilo gold in 50,000 and tomorrow is only 10,000. Why? Because price fall down. Gold was not decreasing at all. How much did you lost? 40,000. Therefore, always Holy Guruji said, Nafa bhav mein hai. Benefit is in price. So, what kind of bhava you have, that is your gain. And when bhava is lost, everything is lost. So, try to keep always bhava high. Even between the couples, husband and wife, if they have always good bhava between them, is always harmonious life. A friendship, to a friend when you have good feelings, bhava, then friendship is increasing, blossoming. And when you lose this, then friendship is gone. Bhav is very important. So with which kind of the bhava you make prayer, that comes. It's easy to kneel down, but very hard to surrender the heart. And this heart only surrenders when there is love, devotion, the bhakti. Without bhakti, it's a lost. And so, when you get something, take it with the bhava. And where there is a bhava, the love, there is nothing impure or something like this. So the prasad means also bhava. Also in Indian language, after prayer, we said, bhav baatiye, bhav dijiye, give prasad to everyone. This prasad in this ball which you have, nuts or whatever this prasad is always good things. To the goddess is offered always sattvic and pure. Fruits, flowers, milk, yogurts, agarbattis. God, Bhagwan bhav ke bhuke hai. Bhagwan bhav ke bhuke hai. What means this? That is, that I don't translate wrong. भगवान भाव के भूखे हैं. राम बोलो.
God looks after. God needs your quality. Or He finds for your quality.
भगवान भाव के भूखे हैं. When this world was created, they had discussions, which I am not going to tell you whole discussions of the cosmic parliament. Then for the different creatures, the food was divided. First they said, what means this planet? This planet, that who will come and do something and come to the Shvarga. But why one will do something? They all will be lazy. And nobody will go away. So there is no more place on this space. Then they consult with the Yama Raja. The Yama, the death. But then said, how will they die? How will they die? There was this, and then that kept the question of the food. And what means the food? They consult with the fire. Fire, Jatagni. Fire will then fire enter in the body of the creatures. And that in the form of the hunger. My God, when they are hungry, what will they eat? So it is said, Jeev bhakshate, life will eat life. Oh God, is it terrible? Very cruel, said yes. That's why they will create bad karma. And then they will come and go again, the cycle will begin. But is there any end? Said yes, the human. So human is not in that category that Jeev bhakshate. Human should not eat the other animals. Animal will eat animal. What should human eat? Human should eat sattvic. Sattvic nourishment. And in sattvic nourishment doesn't come the eggs, fish, and meat and this and that all. Also, it doesn't come the old food. It should be only fresh. And what means that? Because if you take the plants, also you are killing the plants. So their vegetable means the fruit vegetables. And that fruit which will fall down from the tree. Now the population is so much, if we are waiting now, the fruit will fall and fruit will fall, then we will starve. So you can take something from the plants, but you have no right to destroy that. So he said, okay. Then discussions was also what is the food of the goddess. And there was a two power, positive and negative, Ashuri Shakti and Devik Shakti. Ashuri Shakti means Ashuras, Rakshasas, devils. And Devik Shakti means the divine, the goddess. They said, what is then their nourishment? Ashuras. Ashuras are then said, who consumes the blood, the meat and alcohol, and eating in the night. So, actually, the human should not eat anything in the night after sunset. But we have a dinner 11, 12 o'clock night. That's called Ashuri. And that is the cause of our many, many illnesses. If you quit the dinner, many diseases are gone. Then what will eat the devas? So 4 devas is then this sattvic food. And for devas and the rakshasas, asuras, only the smell. What? Smell. Bhagavan bhav ke bhuke hai. God is only hungry for the devotion. What means the devotion? The offer, the smell. Good smell, that's all. Then God doesn't eat, they don't eat physical food. They only smell. And that's why we offer the flowers. And that's why we put the incense. That this is, puja means nourishment, offering to God food. And then after this smell, what remains, which comes to us, that's a blessing. Similarly, when you cook at home your food, doesn't matter you cook for yourself alone only, or for whole family, or for the guests. Then you are cooking in cooking pot, soup or vegetable or anything, and you take the spoon and stirring. Now some cook don't know if salt is enough or not. How it tastes? They will do like this. Good. Now this food neither God will accept and nor you should give to anybody. And also not give to yourself. You made a mistake. Therefore, if you don't know if salt is more or less, then put always less. After you can add it. How it will taste? You know you are a cook. What are you doing? The best cook can cook with closed eyes. He has a feelings in the fingers, how much salt, how much spices and this and that. First, when you are cooking, then you should have a positive thinking and love. If you are cooking and angry, then poor husband have to eat all the anger. Or poor wife. Because you put all the anger in that food. Sadness and this, then food will taste completely different. If you cook with love, devotion, the food becomes also love and devotion. After cooking, we make puja, we offer. Brahmarpanam brahmahave brahmagno brahmanahutam brahmeva tena gantavyam brahma karma samadhina. We offer to the Brahman. Everything is coming from the Brahman. We offer into the fire of the Brahman, that is digestion, digestive fire. And that fire is also the Brahman. And this offer should lead us to the Supreme, to the Samadhi. Or there is another prayer also, Annapurne Sada Purne Shankara Pranavalabhye Jnana Vairagya Siddharte Bhiksham Dei Cha Parvati Mata Cha Parvati Devi Pita Devo Maheshwara Bandava Shivbhaktasa Savdesha Tribhuvanesha. So, Annapurne Sada Purne. In that house where there is an means all grains, rice, wheat, corn, everything. Annapurna, in whose house Anna Devata, then you have everything. Goddess Annapurna, who have been in Himalaya, near Nepal, between India and Nepal, there is a Annapurna mountain. Do you know that? Dedicated to Goddess Annapurna. She is the goddess of the food. And there is a beautiful temple of the Annapurna Devi. So, Bhiksham Dei Cha Parvati, O Mother Parvati, please give me something. Mata Cha Parvati Devi. Parvati is the mother and father is the Shiva. And all the bhaktas of the Shiva is my relatives. And so on. There is a beautiful thing. So we can talk and talk and talk. I think next time I have to come for 1 month here. Okay, thank you. And that's, the master can make mistake too. Okay, thank you. Anyhow, for invitation. And so, it's many things. So, for everything in this creation, there is some principles in it that we call goddess. This flower, also there is some divine principle which takes the essence of that plant from the Mother Earth's womb, giving the birth to that plant from the seeds or from the plant, and then it has a long way to come into the blossom and to open that and to put in the fragrance. There is some supreme power which is taking care of this flower. And similarly, also there is someone who has the duty of this nut, the seeds. How from a plant the seeds is producing to continue, the continuity. So it's not only that humans are creating children and animals. No. The vegetation also they have their creation. And in vegetation there is also the masculine and feminine principles. Similarly, in the nourishment, in the food also, the fire also, and everything. Now, the God is, let's say, the president, and he gave the duties to everyone for different things. So the God is. And so, when you, after cooking, when you are cooking, don't make this. And then again moving this. Ye juta ho gaya. You don't have the word in English what it means juta. I was searching in the dictionary because juta means also lie, not truth. But that means not this. This means different. So this was also against the different infections. So doesn't matter how many diagnoses you have, and you are declared by doctor that you are healthy, but still your slava for others can be dangerous. So after this, you cook for yourself and you pray to God and offer. Also we have in Christianity the prayers which you have what's called dining table prayer. When the Lord was dining, and the last dinner also they prayed, Lord, I thank you for this divine nourishment what you give me. So, without this, who eats? Without praying and without thinking on the God, who eats? Animals. Like a story about goat, which I told them. A human makes the thinking, how my food came, from where it came, what is in my food, which kind of energy is in my food. When you offer to God, then your food is neutralized. Otherwise, the food has not only physical effect, also on your mind, your emotion, your intellect and everything. There was one Bandit, not a Pandit, but Bandit. A thief. And he was a kind of, a man very aggressive and was very strong, and people were afraid from him. And he used to go and steal the things or go to some shop and say, I need so much money, give me. If they don't give, the shop is in the fire. There are some people like this. One day he was walking through the forest and he saw some sadhu or holy saint was sitting and meditating. So the Bandit He was standing 10 minutes, thinking what this man is doing. But while looking to this person, his vrittis, thoughts, changed. What kind of picture you see, that kind of feelings will come to you. When you see the picture of your mother, you have feeling love to your mother. Picture of father, you have love to feeling picture of father. Or you see a picture of a small kangaroo baby, or a small pig baby even, anything. You know that love will come to the children. Maybe the bird or the human child, love. So what you see, like that love feeling awakes. When you see the holy man, then that holy love awakes in you. Bandit was thinking. Many people are talking about inviting some saint or giving some food is a good karma. To give them food or cloth or something is good karma. In my life, I did only the terrible karmas. Even I killed the people and I beat the people and I destroyed their properties. And perhaps some of my karma will be better if I will invite him for the food. So he decided not to take away from him anything, but he had not many things. His water pot and his stick and mala. And one cloth here and one cloth here. He went to that yogi and said, Pranam. Yogi said, bless you. Yogi asked, from where did you come? He said, sir, I would like to ask you if you had your lunch today or not. So your master or the yogi said, no, I didn't have my lunch yet. Can I invite you, please? I can bring for you here. Yogi asked him, what is your profession? He said, well, I don't want to lie in this case, otherwise I never tell anybody. When somebody asks me what's my profession, I give a slap on the cheek. But my profession is I am a kind of thief and a bandit. Yogi said, then I will not take your food. I said, why? He said, I will not take. Because your food will have not good energy. You have to eat. He said, no, why should I eat? I will not eat. Now that man left with strong sankalpa. He has to eat my lunch. I will provide him. And then he went to some restaurant 5 kilometers far. One pistol here and one pistol here and one knife here, another knife somewhere else, like sometimes the cowboy is playing, He entered the restaurant and the owner of the restaurant was already trembling. My God, I don't want to have darshan of this man, how he came. He went in and he sat on the chair, and he said, come here. Yes, sir, what can I do? What can I do? Please eat something, drink something. He said, no. There is sitting one sadhu under the tree 5 kilometers far away, and you bring fresh cooked, nice food immediately to him there. Here's the money, how much it will cost? They said, no, sir, I don't need money. It's my great privilege that I can do something. He said, that next time. This time I will pay. So he said, okay. And that man went with the food and gave to the sadhu. And sadhu was very happy and blessed him. So from where did you bring the food? From my restaurant, sir. He said, you have a restaurant? Yes. Okay. Now, when he ate the food, after eating, he got a feelings to go to some village. Otherwise, he was always in the forest. And then he went to the village. There was a nice, beautiful temple of God Shiva. So he went to the temple. And his feelings are changing. Many vrittis, thoughts are changing. And then there was a prayer evening, and they opened the curtain from the altar, because the altar should be always closed. Only open then when you have satsang or when you are praying. Otherwise, it's a respect. Someone is sitting with long legs this side and that side and this and talking. So then, better to say Mahaprabhuji good night, and then you do what you want outside. When they opened altar, there was about 3 or 5 kilos beautiful Shiva statue out of gold. And they were doing arti. The pujari, the priest, was doing arti, and few people were there, and the sadhu was also standing there. And when he saw the gold, now the foot of the thief begins to work. Buddhi bhrishta. His intellect, his thoughts changed. If I can have this 5 kilos gold statue, I will be very rich. But how should I take? And after a few minutes, he said, oh, it's stupid. What will I do with the gold? It will be a burden for me. But again and again, as this food goes in his blood and begins to influence his psychic, his mind and so on. After puja, prayer, they close the curtains, they lock the temple, and downstairs there was one room. They gave the sadhus to stay, and the pujari, he also went in another room and slept. They slept already 9 o'clock or 8:30 evening, early to bed, early to rise. But he couldn't sleep. At 1 o'clock, when he heard that Bandit is sleeping, then he got up slowly. And he tried to break the lock and enter in the temple, and he took the Shiva and he gave big hug to Shiva. Like this. Moving Shiva statues, because they were fixed with the white cement. It was not easy. Shiva was happy, who is giving me so big hug today? And he was looking here and there, somebody will see or not. So he managed to move here and there Shiva's statue. He took it. And now he ran away. Now, 3:30 was morning prayer of Brahma Muhurta, where Shiva should wake up. Pujari came, he made the arti, fruits, and opened the curtains, saying the mantras to wake up. And he was making arti, and there is no Shiva. There is missing the statue. Then he rang the bell long. So many young boys, strong boys, ran from the village and they came. What happened? The priest said, statue is stolen. They said, do you know who can be? He said, I don't know. Was here somebody else? No, only one sadhu. He's sleeping downstairs in the room. Are you sure that he's there? They went, room was open. What was inside? Spider. Now young boys like our Sukhdev Puri, Dayal Puri and Durga Puri and all these Puris, they found a chance to do something today, Young boys, they are searching for the chance. Only they are waiting for the command, attack. Then now they saw with the torchlight which side this man could have gone. And they thought, yes, very quickly steps. On the sand they can see. They were running behind. He was running already, also far, few kilometers. And at the same time, the dawn rised. And they see that one man is running. And they were coming, approaching him very near. He saw behind there is a coming bunch of people. Now he knew that something will happen. There are so many people and they will make out of me ketchup. But while running, what happened? All this food what he ate from the thief was digested. He was sweating and sweating. All was digested. Again his buddhi became normal while running. But how to protect now myself? He saw about 100 meters far away a beautiful lake. He said, "Thank you, Lord Shiva." And he ran to the towards the lake. And they were running behind him. Was only 50 meters different distance. He reached the water and he told them, "Come quickly." And they came. "You are a thief." Took the steps and said, "Don't worry, don't talk too much. Because Shiva told me in the night, no one has bathed me so long. And I want to have a bath in the lake. But bring me before the sun rises. Boys, come help me." Everybody said, "Om Namo Shivaya, Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Abhisheka." And Yogi was massaging the Shiva's body and cleaning, and they were all cleaning. And then again they wrapped in the towel and he said, "Let's run back to temple." They were running and running. And they brought the statue and put it on the place, on the altar. And he said, "Thank you, Lord Shiva. It was a hard work." And the sun was rising. And Shiva's statue was shining because it was cleaned nicely. He said, "Look, how happy Shiva shining." And they said, "You are a great master. Shiva never spoke to us." He said, "You have to understand the Shiva's language." And they all were very happy with him. And innerly he said, "Thank you, Lord. Thank you. You protected me." But why these thoughts came to my mind to steal the gold? He researched. And he remembered there was yesterday one man who offered me the food. And he said he's a thief. And I refused. I must go to that restaurant and ask if really they brought the food from restaurant. What was the background? And he went to restaurant man and he said, "Yes, Your Holiness. You know there's a very famous Bandit. He ordered and I can't refuse anything. And this food was paid by him." He said, "Everything is clear." So, it's not only that food come on your table and you begin to eat. You should know how your food came. You took from someone away? Did someone had a lot of pain about this? Many things. Then it's happy for us that we should know how and from where it came. Many times they don't give milk to the calf. They take all the milks to sell for the money. And the calf gives only little milk and then different kind of feeders or injections. So, food, what you eat and drink, is not only have physical influence, but also on your psychic, also on your mind and so on. Therefore, if you can prayer and offer to God, then it is said it is neutralized. And so, before eating, prayer which you know, do it or offer it, or just at least say, thank you Lord for giving me food. And please accept it. And give me only prasad. And then you eat. Deepnayan Bhagwan ki. So that means the prasad. And whatever you eat is a prasad. Whatever you cook is a prasad. So make this system that you don't taste before. When you have eaten, then God will not accept anything. So offer to the God. Also it is said, when someone is cooking and don't come in the kitchen. And if you come to kitchen, never said, oh, it smells good. You have tasted already. It was first God have to accept it. Though you smell is okay, but don't express. Third, when someone brings the food to someone, don't look and say, oh, it's very nice. Now that person will have stomach aching. Or that person will lose appetite to that kind of food forever. In every society, it is said, don't look to someone's eating and say, oh, very good, looks nice. Not like that. You may say good appetite, enjoy your meal. So it has something in it. That's very, very important.